What's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to another episode of the Soul of Media podcast, where we dive deep into the realms of personal growth, spirituality, raising the vibration of the masses, and yes, a sprinkle of ratchetness for all my ladies in the back. What's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to another episode of the Soul of Media podcast. Let's go ahead and get into the affirmation of the day. It says, I'm courageous and I stand up for myself. It's a beautiful picture of a lion on the card. If you're on audio, you can't see, but it's a beautiful picture of a lion. And it says, know your worth and don't allow others to make you feel any less. Their opinions are just that, opinions. I love this. And this is so fitting for today being the Lionsgate Portal of 888. All right, y'all, let's get to the episode. What's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to another episode of the Soul of Media podcast. I'm your host, Soulful T, and here we talk about everything of spirituality, personal growth, and raising the vibration of the masses. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Good. I am back again with another episode for y'all, and today is the Lionsgate Portal. Yeah, today is 888, August 8th, 2024, which adds up to 8. So it's an 888 portal, which is really exciting. Like, I'm getting more into the energy and the cosmic energies of the planets of alignment, trying to understand how that affects us. And today is a very, very powerful, strong, and potent day for energy and manifesting and really kind of like shedding things that no longer serve you. I actually did a reading on my TikTok. Definitely go check me out on TikTok if y'all not following me, Soulful Media Inc. or the Melanin Manifester. I think that's my username. But I did a reading. Oh yeah, I do tarot too, y'all. A little side note, I do a little tarot. But I really want to get the energy reading from spirit to understand what should we expect from this portal and, just how we should go about ourselves and how we should go about the day and leading up to the end of the portal, which is actually August 12th. Right. And I actually got some interesting things that came through with that reading. It said that it was a 5 of swords in reverse. So basically saying that there's going to be some compromises, there's going to be ending of conflict, communication coming in, and just some peaceful resolutions, which I feel like that is very, very telling for the energy that we're in, like for the energy of the collective, right? We want to come to a peaceful resolution so we can live in peace and not be stressing about everything every single day, right? So that was one of the messages. Also, love. Love came up like 3 times. Love came up 3 times. The Lover's card came up. The 2 of Cups came up, and the Knight of Cups came up with like an offering of love. So if y'all expecting love, if you're single or you're aligned and you're ready to welcome in your soulmate, hey, he or she might be right around the corner. All right. So yeah, a lot of love coming through, a lot of peaceful resolutions, and also strength came through, which I thought was very, very fitting for today, it being the Lionsgate portal. And on the strength card is a lion, right? So everything is aligned. The strength card came out, and spirit was telling me that it's calling for us to have not only physical strength, but mental and spiritual strength during this time. Like, we have to be mentally and spiritually fit, right? So we are already having a foundation within ourselves and within our mind, and we're strong within those areas, and we don't let anything just come in and sway us, because there's a lot of noise in the media. There's a lot of noise when people talking about different things that are not relevant to us, right? So it's important for us to have mental and physical strength during this 888 portal. All right, so I just want to kind of briefly talk about the portal. This is not what this episode is about, but today is the AAA portal. So I wanted to just kind of mention that briefly. But today we're going to be talking about chakras. We're going to be talking about chakras, y'all. Yes, chakras are very, very important to our whole spiritual development. Okay. And one thing that I had mentioned also on a live that I recently did is that through the history of my, I guess, content, if you will, I've been kind of going through these transitions and also teaching and telling my audience about different things when it comes to personal development, right? And understand how to build up your personal and your self-worth and your self-help, Well, now I'm moving into this phase of spiritual development. We have to be spiritually developed to understand what's really going on, what's going on with our body, and how to like heal ourselves and help ourselves, right? It starts with that knowledge. So I like to call myself the wisdom sister. I don't know. The wisdom sister to kind of like help kind of make the bridge between your self development and your spiritual development. Okay. And if you're coming from a religious background like me, that may be a little difficult to understand because a lot of us who have the religious background, we only have a spiritual identity within that religion. That's the only way we even understand our own spirit. But I want to help us kind of go through these steps to understand we are so much more than spirit that was in a book and a man that was thousands of years ago. Okay. We are so much more bountiful, right? Than those old things that have been written many, many years ago. We've always evolved, we're always developing. So I think it's time for me to step forward and help bridge that gap with that spiritual development. Okay, so that's where chakras come into play. Now, if you're wondering, what are chakras? Well, let me tell you. Chakras are energy centers within the human body that play a vital role in our physical, emotional, and spiritual well being. These are spinning vortexes of energy are believed to regulate various aspects of our lives. And when they are balanced and aligned, we experience a sense of harmony and overall well being. Okay? So everybody has chakras, okay? Not just the spiritual woo-woo people. Everybody have these energy centers within your body, okay? And it's like in the spiritual realm, right? So you can't really see them, but they're there and they are very much affecting how you live your life, okay? So let's start at the root. Let's start at the root and we'll work our way up of the 7 main chakras. Now there are more than 7 chakras. I think it goes up to like 12 or 14, but 7 is the main chakras that we focus on, that we talk about when it comes to like getting our chakras aligned, getting them unblocked, and things like that. Okay, so starting at the root is the root chakra when it's at the base of your spine. That's your root chakra. This color is red and it governs survival, grounding, stability, and physical well being. It also governs your finances and how well you feel grounded within your finances and your money. Okay. So if you're having money issues, if you're having lack of stability and feeling insecurity, that's probably because your root chakra is blocked. All right. The next chakra above that is the sacral chakra. The color associated with that is orange, right? It's like right above your pelvis bone. Yeah, it's like the pelvis bone, like right underneath your gut, if you will, the fupa, as us ladies like to call it. It's in that fupa area, okay? And this chakra has to do with creativity, sensuality, sexuality, emotions, and relationships. Okay, so if you're feeling emotionally imbalanced, lack of creativity, and you're having intimacy issues, it could be a good indication that your sacral chakra is blocked. All right. The next one right above that is the solar plexus. This is in your gut. This is your gut solar plexus in that upper abdomen area. Okay. The color associated with that is yellow. It has to do with self confidence, willpower, and personal power. All right. And if you have a low self esteem, lack of motivation, and indecisiveness, it could be because your solar plexus is blocked. Now, a lot of people think like this is where your soul power comes from. This is how, like, if you really truly know yourself and who you are and you know your worth, it comes from that solar plexus. All right. The next one right above that is the heart chakra, right in the center of the chest. Not necessarily like on the physical heart on your body, because usually that's like a little bit to the left, I think. But the heart chakra is right in the center of your chest. All right. And the color that has to do with this is green. Now, funny little tidbit, beginning of this year, I don't know if I was following one of the spiritual teachers or I'm not sure who it was, but basically said that this is the year of the 8, right? The year of the 8, which is no coincidence. Today is 888. And it also means that this year is entering into the Aquarius age, right? And within the Aquarius age, it is being governed by the heart of the people, okay? The heart of you, okay? So this whole year, everything is based on your heart. Like, what's your heart posture? How is your heart dealing with all the things that's going on? Like, are you caring for yourself? Are you caring for others? And so that I feel like, so I can be aligned, right? I was like, I'm wearing green all year, okay? All year, green, 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 all heart posture, all love, positivity, light and love, green, green, green. Well, they only last for about 2 months, but it does do something when you wear the colors for the chakra. It emanates it more, it emanates that energy more. So yeah, the heart chakra is green. It has to do with love, compassion, and relationships, right? And so if you're having difficulty receiving or giving love, or you are emotionally detached from people, then it could be because your heart chakra is blocked. I do see a lot of people that struggle with this, and they feel like, well, so many people have burned me, so I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to put myself out there. Well, babes, you're only hurting yourself at the end of the day. You're only hurting yourself if you close your heart off from giving love and receiving love. So just keep that in mind. All right, the next chakra is the throat chakra. And this chakra is this color, the color associated with the chakra is blue. All right, and it has to do with communication, self-expression, and your truth, speaking the truth. All right, your true, authentic self. This is what the throat chakra governs. Now, if you have difficulty expressing yourself or speaking up for yourself or fear of what other people are going to say, or they're going to judge you, it could be because your throat chakra is blocked. All right. And then next up is the third eye. The third eye is right in the center of the forehead, and the color is indigo, pretty color, and it has to do with intuition, wisdom, and spiritual perception. When people are like super tapped in with their third eye, they can like feel the energy of the spiritual realm, right? They have intuition. They know when things are off, and they know when something is a good deal or a good situation. They just feel it. It's like an intuition, like a knowing, like an inner knowing. That's because they're tapped into their third eye. All right. So, but when it's blocked, it's because when your third eye chakra is blocked, you could deal with a lack of clarity, difficulty in decision making, and you have a no connection to spirit. Like you have trouble connecting to spirit. All right. And the last chakra, the seventh chakra, is the crown chakra on top of your head, right up here, the crown chakra. And that chakra color is violet. And that has to do with spiritual connection, enlightenment, and universal consciousness. This is your connection to source, to your higher self, to that spiritual realm. It comes through that portal, essentially, because we have portals all over our body, believe it or not. And it comes directly into your crown. All right. So if this chakra is blocked, you may be feeling disconnected from a higher power or higher purpose. You may be confused on why you're even here or what you're even doing. That's because your crown chakra could be blocked. Okay. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the chakras and how myself is experiencing some of these things in my real life. And I'm going to tell y'all about a really, really cool, I ain't gonna talk too much about it because I'm gonna have her on as a guest, but really, really amazing rapid transformation session that I had with a astrologer and energy healer named Brandy. And man, she's amazing. She really is amazing and helped me in so many ways. But when she first, okay, so this is how we got started. Let me go back. When I first got in contact with her, she did a natal chart reading for me. And a natal chart reading is really like all the planets align on the chart and see where they fall within the house when you were born. So this is taking astrology up a level, right? So you may know like, oh yeah, I'm a Virgo, I'm a Sagittarius. That's only one sign, boo. That's only one sign. You got a lot going on within your chart. And that's when some people like, okay, you got your sun, which is your main sign. So my sun sign is Virgo. That's my main sign. My rising, okay, you got a rising. That is Scorpio. And you got a moon. That's Taurus for me. So you got three main signs. But also within those signs, you have a whole natal chart of planets and how they landed when you were born and what that means for you. And so we were on this 2-hour session. It was a really, really in depth session, basically breaking down who I am, the struggles that I have, my successes, areas that I will succeed in, like areas that I need to improve. I'm just like, oh, just when you thought you had it all together. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, Pam. And it's interesting because a lot of the areas that I struggle with, it's not like she's a psychic. Well, she actually is a medium, but that wasn't what she was doing during this session. She was just reading the chart, right? And she's like, people that have these planets in these houses that are born this, that usually have these issues. I'm just like, dang, I do. Okay. Yep, that's true. And so she was breaking down so many different things for me to help me understand myself better. That's why I love and enjoy this spiritual journey that I'm going on, because it's only helping me find out more about myself. I want to know more about who I am, who I was created to be, not by just words in a book that's supposed to apply to everybody. No, what are my planets? What are my directions and instructions so that best works for me and that fits for me, right? Because everybody's different. And that's why I think it's so important for everyone to have your own spiritual identity and learn more about your own spiritual identity, learn more about your path, your blueprint, and things like that, because it's only going to help you find out more about yourself, right? Like you can read the scriptures in the Bible or the Quran over and over and over and over again. And some people say, "Oh, I got this revealed to me this time, and I got that revealed to me," and that's great, but it's not personal enough for me. For me, maybe it is for you. For me, it's not personal enough. So that's why I love these readings and the natal chart reading and things like that, because they're talking about you. They're talking about exactly how you came in, the ways that you succeed, right? It ain't the same for everybody. The areas that you succeed in, you know what I'm saying? The job fields that you should go in based off these planets, that's going to tell you where you have more strength in, and also tell you the areas that you're weak in and how you can fix it, right? So that led me to doing the rapid transformation therapy session with her, which I went under hypnosis. Ugh, ugh, okay, like, yes, it was a whole thing. But I went under hypnosis, and the rapid transformation therapy session was to help me unblock specifically my root chakra. Okay, my root chakra, where I dealt with a lot of money blockages and financial blockages. You know what I'm saying? Like I just couldn't really understand why I felt in lack all the time. Even though I have a beautiful house, I have money in the bank, I have my car and my kids and my husband, we're happy and everything's fine, we're stable, we're good. But somewhere in me, I just felt like I could lose this any minute. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't deserve this type of thing. And so she helped me with this therapy session to kind of get to the root of those beliefs. Like, why do you believe that? And let me tell you, some crazy things came out. All right. Like, actual, like going back in my childhood, in my past experiences, me being there in the moment and just like feeling the emotions. Like, she asked me about, like, what do you feel right now? What does this mean to you with these situations? And I'd never really dissected it in that way. I just felt like, oh, this is bad. I don't like to feel this way. But no, sometimes we need to take a step back, many, many steps back, and actually put ourselves in those situations again and understand why we have those feelings and why that energy is even coming up. That's a way to help unblock your chakras, just by not running away from it, for actually facing it head on. Okay. And so that's what I had to do. I was crying. I was just like feeling like very uneasy, anxious, you know what I'm saying? But it was good though. Like I felt so relieved after the full session. I felt so relieved. I felt lighter. I felt like that lack, or that dark cloud that was like hovering over my root chakra, just left. It just like, released itself from me. And I actually addressed it. I was like, thank you for what you came to do, what you wanted me to realize. I've learned my lesson and you're released now. thank you. You know, like you don't have to keep these negative energies in you all the time. Like once you learn the lesson from them, let them go. Let them go. Don't allow them to linger. Right. So that was one of the big aha moments that I had when I was doing that session. Like, oh, I don't have to hold on to this lack mentality. I don't, just because my family is in these situations, things like that, I don't have to hold on to that. Oh, okay, cool. Deuces. Deuces. So that was one of the ways that she used to help me like unblock my root chakra. Other ways that I do myself personally to help unblock my root chakra is meditation. I know you hear about meditation all the time, meditation, but it's so powerful because it helps you get centered and it helps ground you. Okay. And so one that I particularly like to do since we just recently got a sauna in our house. I know. Bougie people. Don't worry about that. But we have a sauna in our house and I like to do meditations within the sauna. Oh my gosh. Like I feel like that's 10 meditations in one because it's so intense and you're hot and you're sweating and you're sitting there and you're just trying to feel all the feels, not focus, right? You're not thinking. Don't think. Just focus on your breath. And it's releasing toxins, it's releasing negativity, it's releasing things that no longer serve you. But also you're opening up to receive more. Okay. And I want to break it down a little bit because some people may think like, well, isn't meditation the same thing as prayer? No, it actually is not. Okay. So with prayer, you are requesting, right? You're requesting something. You're asking something of God or your higher self or source. You're asking for something. And you also could pray for other people, asking for something from other people, right? And you're also showing gratitude, of course. But that's prayer. Meditation is receiving. Okay. You receive from God. You receive from source. You receive from your ancestors or your guides, right? They're upgrading your DNA, giving you light codes, giving you healing energy as you're just sitting there and receiving, right? You don't have to think about it. It just is. It's just happening. So that's why I like to make the difference between the two because that's because you're talking and praying and doing all this and talking in tongues, that doesn't mean that you're actually receiving the way that you should be or you can be if you're not meditating, just taking time and just sit and just be quiet and let your mind just shh, shut up. You gotta tell your mind to shut up sometimes because it just keep going. Like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Better call them back. Peace be still. Peace be still. So that's another way to unblock your chakras, right? It's just meditation. Meditate, sit quietly. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, work your way up to 30 minutes, right? One thing I like to do as well, and I also have a playlist on my YouTube, is I'll put on a YouTube video that's playing healing music, energy music, hertz music. Hertz music are just like different waves or frequencies that affect your body in different ways. So if you have it on like 457, that can affect your heart chakra. If you have it on 777, then it can affect your third eye, like things like that. And you can just look it up on YouTube and just kind of type it in, and you'll find a lot of different videos with that type of music. And that's all it is. It's just like peaceful, just like serene music to kind of help you get into your meditation. So if you can't just sit there in quiet and silence, that's fine. Put on one of those tracks and kind of help you get into meditation. And there's also thousands and thousands of guided meditations too, which I like to do from time to time if I want to be guided in a specific way, right? So this morning I actually did a Lionsgate meditation to kind of open me up for the portal to receive abundance, receive prosperity, receive all of that good stuff, right? So you can do silent meditations, you can do guided meditations, whatever works for you, but just add that to your spiritual routine of you just sitting quietly, not asking for anything. Like tell your brain to be quiet and just receive, right? Just receive that healing and that love that your ancestors, your spirit guides, and source wants to give you. Okay. It wants to give you this receiving or this healing love and energy. Okay. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to meditate and get more into your spiritual practices, right? So I have a question for you guys. I have a question. I'm gonna start doing some little questions on the potty. What environments make you feel the most at ease? What environments? Usually it's your house, right? Usually like your house is supposed to be like your place of peace and your sacred space. But it could be somewhere else. It could be somebody else's house because sometimes people's houses are chaotic and there's a lot of extra things going on, right? So sometimes it's not your house, but that's okay. Where is your sacred space? And if you don't have one, you need to make one, okay? You need to make one. Have somewhere where you can truly just let go, release all the tension, all the stress that you've been feeling in your life, and just be able to receive healing, receive just that peaceful love and serene energy. Okay. So yeah, what places make y'all feel most at ease? Let me know in the comments or just comment on my Instagram and let me know. Okay. Another thing that I do that's my go to that I have to do every single day, and I always posting about it and I'm always talking about it. I've been doing it for years now. Grounding, grounding. Oh my gosh, I can't talk about it enough. Okay. Grounding. There's so many benefits to grounding. And grounding is simply going outside, being with nature, and connecting with nature. You can just go outside and walk in the grass barefoot. That's grounding, which is what I do each morning when I wake up. Go outside, walk around. A good thing, too, that I learned about grounding, Mother Earth actually takes out the toxins out of your soul at the bottom of your feet and like repurposes in a more beneficial way. So you're thinking you're just walking around. No, she's taking those toxins out and taking all the things out of your body that needs to be removed and going to transmute that in another way because energy is never deleted. Energy is never deleted. It just gets repeated. I don't think I used that word that right, but basically that you can't delete energies. It just be reused some other kind of way. So that's what she does. When we go outside, we're grounded, we're connecting with nature. She kind of pulls the toxins out of you and you just feel so much better. Like tell me one person who haven't connected in nature who doesn't feel better. Okay. Okay. Exactly. You're going to feel better either way. So I love grounding. I do it daily. I connect with Mother Nature. I'm just kind of like getting my thoughts and intentions for the day, like, just sitting out intentions and also gratitude. Gratitude. Like, thank you for another glorious day. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my limbs and all of the wonderful people in my life that I love and care for. And thank you for the abundance that continues to come to me. Just thank you. Like it's good to be in a state of gratitude always, because that's how you receive more when you're in a state of gratitude. Okay. So that is what I have for y'all today. Now, if you're wondering, like, okay, you told me about the chakras. All right, I got the chakras. Well, mine are blocked. Mine are blocked. So, how can I unblock them? It's all right, y'all. I got y'all. I actually created a Soulful Chakra workbook that talks about all the different chakras, how to align them, how to unblock them, how to know if they're blocked or aligned. And also, there's some journal prompts in there for you to write to understand your chakras more. Okay. It's not just a one and done type of thing. You have to go and like understand yourself, understand the areas that you feel like you need to improve and write it out. Write that thing out. Okay. And which I think is really cool, got some coloring pages in there. Do y'all like coloring? Do y'all like coloring? Coloring is making a comeback. Okay. I am the adult that likes adult coloring. So I definitely added a few pages in there for adult coloring. So I'm so excited about this. I've been working on it for a while and I just feel like it would help so many people along their spiritual journey who's trying to understand themselves more, who's trying to understand their spiritual identity, right? And you're maybe going through the transition of religion to your own spiritual sovereignty. Okay, that's where I am. I'm a spiritual sovereign soul. I'm not attached to no religion, no doctrine, no dogma. I'm just me, and I'm experiencing this life as I go. And it's a ride. It's a ride, baby. Okay, it's a ride. If you want to be safe and not like, or ruffle no feathers or shake the table, then continue doing what you're doing. But you're not going to evolve what you really came down here to do, is experience and evolve. So that's just my little tidbit. I hope you all receive something out of this wonderful message that I have for you today. Again, my Soulful Chakra workbook is available. Just send me a message of chakra on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and I will send you information about my chakra workbook. I'm so excited about this new journey, y'all. Got so many wonderful things on the way. So many great guests coming. Like, y'all, stuff is getting real. Stuff is getting real. I'm like talking to many celebrities, not celebrities for real, like on TV, but like our celebrities, like influencer type people, so they can help and they can come and spread their wisdom and knowledge. Like, they're still more accessible than we think they are. Okay, that's a little side note. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful, glorious, and blessed day. Until next time, stay hydrated, motivated, and elevated. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Soul of Media podcast. Please share the podcast with your friends, family, anyone who you think can get enlightenment from this podcast. Oh, and also join the High Vibe Tribe on Facebook, on our Facebook group. And if you want to know when the next episode will be dropping, join the Soul Tribe texting group. Just text Soul Tribe at 844-751-1267. All right, y'all. Just remember, you are magnificent, here to shine your divine light. So stay hydrated, motivated, and elevated. Peace.